Ilya Muromets is an early Russian fantasy film. It's also called The Sword and the Dragon. This one was on the Canopy app. It looked interesting. I like early fantasy films, hoping for something in the vein of Fire and Ice. This one is about Ilya Muromets. He's a man whose legs don't work. However, a stranger gives him an elixir that fixes his legs, so he becomes a strong, powerful warrior. And he treks to save his beloved homeland of Rus from the Turgars, who are invading. However, after defeating a small, fantasy creature, he is introduced to the king. However, the king is surrounded by corruption, and definitely they're cruel and corrupt, and they don't have Rus's interests at heart, and they frame Ilya for being a traitor, so they lock him up. There's not a lot of action in this movie. A lot of the final battles in the last 20 minutes, but the rest of the movie is sort of just set up and world building. Ilya is locked away and he can't fight. So the Turgars spend 10 long years sieging Rus, and they also kidnap Ilya's wife and son and raise him up to be a Turgar prince. So there's a little bit of emotional turmoil and conflict in there, but overall the movie is really dull in terms of its patriotism. You know, he's so all about the homeland, and he's it's really I don't know, really dated in that regard, and really flat. But overall, I mean, it's got some good visuals. So if you're in for something short and weird, and most of the action's at the end, the Turgars do summon a dragon. That and the other creature, the only real fantasy elements. So I give Ilya Muromets a 4 out of 10.